students. Uh, Today I am going to take up the topic based on solution of triangles. This is a brief introduction of height and distance in trigonometry for class 10. Okay. Actually, what happens if you are thorough with the solution of triangles? Trigonometry means how you are chasing the triangle, the three sides, the three angles. Okay. Nothing about in a triangle. So trigonometry helps you how to handle. Okay, to find the sides, to find the angles. Angles means acute angles, because all the triangles given in trigonometry are right angle triangle, in which the concept of perpendicular base hypotenuse has to be highlighted. Okay, so solution of triangles is our topic today. And remember, if you are thorough with this topic, then it becomes easy for you to solve the height and distance questions. Okay, because throughout height and distance we are going to apply three trigonometrical ratios: sine, cos, tan. Forget about cot, sec, cosec. They don't have any applications in height and distance, right? Let me know how it happens. Now, suppose we have a triangle over here. Okay, this is the acute angle theta. The side opposite to this is the perpendicular. The side opposite to this is the hypotenuse. Okay, and this is the base. Okay. Now, you can relate sine theta if perpendicular and hypotenuse are concerned, right? Suppose perpendicular is given, you have to find the hypotenuse. The angle theta is given, you have to use this relation, right? Suppose you are going to connect perpendicular and base. Of the two, one is given, perpendicular, the base is missing. Then you have to use tan of theta. Okay? So decide first what relation you are supposed to use. Third, now suppose you want to relate base and hypotenuse. Okay? Then you relate the expression cos theta equals to base by hypotenuse, right? So only these three relations have applications when you are doing questions on height and distance. And please don't apply Pythagoras theorem. Even if you know two sides, the third side if you want to find, please don't apply Pythagoras theorem. Never. You know why? Suppose you got the missing term as a rational number under root 34. Then you have to bother about finding the value by ladder method, division method, square root. Okay? So be comfortable using the angle theta and the three relations. Okay? So only these three relations are there which will help you to solve the whole triangle. Okay? Because these three ratios connect perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, the three sides of a right angle triangle. Now let us take one question. Actually, this chapter is a brief introduction which has to be handled before you go to solve the height and distance problem sums, right? Now this is a right angle triangle, right angle over here. The angle, this is 60 degree. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, okay? And this is given 20 meters. You have to find X. So first of all, applying these three relations, make sure which trigonometrical ratio you are going to apply. First of all, label the parts A, P, B, H. The angle opposite to 60 degree, this is the perpendicular, okay? The side opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse, H. So, what is the side remaining? B is the remaining, okay? You don't have to find B, okay? The question is simply to find the hypotenuse, the side opposite to 90 degree. So, having given perpendicular and hypotenuse, you have this relation sine theta. So, apply sine 60 equal to P by H. You know sine 60 root 3 by 2, that is P 20, and X is the hypotenuse. So this comes to 40, this is equal to root 3x. So x equals to 40 by root 3. Okay? Let us take one more example. This is the triangle, this is 90 degree, okay? This is x. Suppose the triangle is ABC, right angle at B, and this is 20 meters, okay? You have to find out X, and the angle A is given 30 degree. So first of all, you have to label the parts P, B, H. the side opposite to theta is perpendicular, the side opposite to 90 is the hypotenuse, okay, and this is the base. So don't expect the base will be always below, okay. So it could be like this also. The selection of base comes at the last. Now, having known the base and perpendicular, these two relations have to be linked with the angle theta. So which is that? Third one, cos theta. So apply cos 30 equals to base by hypotenuse. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Base is given x, which is to be found, and this is 20. Okay, the hypotenuse. But cos theta connects base and hypotenuse. Since we don't know hypotenuse, so we have to think about perpendicular and base. The relation is tan. So you have to use tan theta. So this is how you have to decide first. So tan theta equals to P by B. Tan theta is 1 by root 3. Okay. Perpendicular is 20 meter. Base is x. So the value of x comes to 20 root 3. Okay. Meters. So this is how you have to solve the questions. Now let us take one more example. The question is, you are given a right angle triangle and this angle is given 60 degree. These two sides are equal and this is 100 meter. The side opposite to 90 degree, the hypotenuse for the big triangle. Okay. Let's label the parts A, B, C, D. Okay. Now you are required to find this value x. Fine. Now see how to find out. You know, for a triangle, extra angle going to sum out to opposite interior angles. Okay. Now this is an isosceles triangle. If you take this as A, this angle will be also A because the angles opposite to equal sides are also equal for an isosceles triangle. So let's now write A plus A equal to 60 degree. Reason, exterior angle of a triangle. Okay. That brings 2A equal to 60. So A equal to 30 degree. So we got this angle A 30 degree. Fine. Now look at this triangle. Focus on the missing terms. The missing terms are this one, perpendicular, and you are given hypotenuse. So you can apply sine theta. So sine of 30 degree, which is for this angle, equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay. So identify the sides so that you can replace it in the formula. Sine theta equals to P by H. Sine 30 is half. Perpendicular is x. Hypotenuse is 100 meters. So you know this cancels. So x equals to 50 meters. So this is how you can solve the questions. Now sometimes the angles are missing. Okay. Let's take one more example. This is our sum number 3. Now let's take sum number 4. Another example. So this is how a triangle's missing some terms will be calculated. They could be sides, they could be angles. Now let's find in this triangle the value x. So x is the angle, okay, it's not the side. The triangle is ABC. The base is coming last. The side opposite to this one is the perpendicular. This is the 90 degrees, so this is the hypotenuse, okay, and you are given the base 10 meter, okay, and the hypotenuse is given 20 meters, okay. You have to find the value of x first and then the value of p. The value of x is in degrees, whereas the value of p is in distance, that is in meters. Now first and foremost thing, label all the parts, perpendicular, base, hypotenuse. Already we have identified the perpendicular, the side opposite to the angle theta, that is x. The side opposite to 90 is the hypotenuse, and the remaining side, that is the base, is given to you 10 meters. So the relation that connects base and hypotenuse is cos. So come to this, cos of x equals to base by hypotenuse, okay. So the base is 10, the hypotenuse is 20. So that brings cos x equals to half. which means cos x equal to cos 60 degree, that is the value half. So cos 60 is half. So we have replaced half as cos 60. Now since cos x equal to cos 60, x equals to 60 degree. So this is our first answer. Now knowing this angle 60 degree, okay, we can calculate P. Now here again, as I told you, don't apply Pythagoras theorem for finding any side missing, especially in trigonometry. Otherwise you will be stuck up. If this value comes not a perfect number like root 34, root 72, which are not perfect squares, then you will have to bother about finding the value of that using ladder method, that is division method for finding square root. So I again and again tell you not to apply Pythagoras theorem anywhere while you are solving these type of questions. Now for finding P, which is missing term, you can apply perpendicular and hypotenuse relation, taking sine 60, that is equal to P by H. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Okay, P is missing, hypotenuse is 20. Because you can cancel this, so P comes to 10 root 3. If the question asks find up till 2 places decimals, then you can apply the value of root 3, that is 10 into 1.732, that comes to 17.32. Okay, so this is how you can solve the questions. Okay, and these all will help you in solving questions of trigonometrical identities. Clear? Okay, then you can solve the questions. I think these applications will make you more easy when you're going to solve trigonometrical identities, especially the problem sums. But one thing is very important, you have to frame the figure. The figures are not supported always. Okay, so keep trying. Thanks for watching.